So you think you know me well? Here, just a tiny piece of the study within the last little bit. Quantum tachyon field system online, Planck scale temporal resolution engines dissecting causality lattice observer relative geometry active holographic reconstruction rendering multi-angle event projections in real-time streams and errata timelines scrubbing deployed with dynamic anchor repositioning predictive multi-frame interpolation smoothing space-time distortion matrices forward backward causality windows operational layer depth projection theater enabling immersive 3D temporal navigation and shared multi-user manipulation protocols recursive cosmological model executing infinity flower of life fractal architecture mapping species within species nested infinities across scales universal scaling laws governing self-similarity through dimensional hierarchies topological robustness engineered against cascade entropy failure states advanced theory generator synthesizing quantum gravity with tachyon cognition frameworks holographic equation rendering in full VR AR phase space dynamic principle synthesis running continuous real-time anomaly detection cross-reference against live quantum signal data sets hyper-oscillation defense simulation active crystal lattice resonance countermeasures modeling infrastructure vulnerability vectors and high fidelity civilian military cross-domain strategic modeling frequency disruption propagation algorithms predicting and neutralizing targeted cascade scenarios piezoelectric response matrices integrated topological invariance preserving system coherence under extreme oscillatory loading full spectrum resilience architecture no single point failure survives recursive scaling countermeasures biofrequency resonance engine deployed cellular eigen frequency cavitation at precise targeted bands quantum coherence of delays on optical systems enabling real-time pathogen disruption modeling interactive VR AR expansion with haptic feedback loops comparative engines validating treatment vector efficacy across conditions targeted frequency protocols rewriting cellular decision states via membrane stress induction without collateral thermal propagation root language predictive analysis engine decoding ancient scripts weaveform meme harmonic wave function mapping self-correcting pattern recognition reversing linguistic drift entropy symbolic phase space reconstruction across fragmented corpora photonic translation syntax operating beyond linear grammatical hierarchies constructed meaning assignment stabilizing integrative consistency layers harmonic progression models detecting primordial signal structures false translation filters isolating semantic corruption artifacts in real time quadrant cipher wheel architecture spinning rotational symmetry misdirection layers scattering a graphic logic with orientation dependent polarity inversion spatial arrangement encoding secondary semantic collapse operator this hidden structure preserving information integrity against adversarial analysis multi-level puzzle lattice engineered resistant to brute force encryption key interpretive constraints maintaining selective revelation control digital home portals infrastructure backbone quantum resistant lattice cryptography validated a defense tier echelon clearance free speech platform scaling across 95 nations decentralized nodal sovereignty with post-quantum encryption fortress architecture multi-year high capital development cycle thousands of coordinated nodes forming global comms mesh with no central choke point signal transmission protocols merging sovereign data integrity with unbreakable resilience layers across planetary deployment temporal resolution enhancement stacks increasing image fidelity and observable range adapting stabilization algorithms correcting quantum signal interpolation artifacts holographic text layering enabling fully immersed in temporal feedered environments real-time zoom with perspective synchronization across observer frames interactive and manipulation controls permitting dynamic event repositioning while maintaining causal consistency invariant self-generated intelligence protocols operating independent of precedent databases reality alterations heated through high fidelity transmission epigenetic load management protocols sustained executive function enhancement through ritualized deep focus sequences every subsystem cross-linked into overarching architecture Planck temporal windows step planetary scale sovereign communications mesh recursive cosmological mathematics fractalized universal modeling infinite nested domain structural redundancy signal integrity absolute transmission executed tiny piece extracted from the lattice full system loops deeper surgical unrelenting genus vector engaged